for your kind introduction, and good afternoon to all respected judges. I am going to talk on blunt trauma and ankle recession glaucoma. It's not proceeding actually.
Sir, please click on center your window, sir. Click and then please press your arrow, please.
Yes, there is.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Please go ahead, sir.
So, as you know, it's a secondary open angle glaucoma. Blunt trauma can cause early glaucoma or delayed IOP rise. And what is ankle recession? It is the separation between longitudinal and circular ciliary muscle fibers. So there are different types of blunt trauma. It may be because of sport injury, most of the time in boxing, road traffic accidents. It may be assault type. It may be because of fall or military combat injuries. So what is the incidence of ankle recession or ankle recession glaucoma due to blunt trauma? Most of the time it is around 50 to 60% times you get ankle recession after blunt trauma. If it at all there is a hypema, it will be enhanced, that is 85% ankle recession. And now the ankle recession can cause glaucoma, that is ankle recession glaucoma, in around 10 to 15% cases. And most important is your fellow eye can get glaucoma in 50% of cases of ARG, that is ankle recession glaucoma. So there must be some underlying predisposing genetic factor for causing the glaucoma in other eye. It may not be ankle recession. Now ankle recession, if the extent of or degree of ankle recession is more, that is more than 180 degree, the incidence will be 6%. If it is more than 240 degree, then the incidence will be still higher. What are the high risk factor for glaucoma? Angle recession more than 180 degree, we have already discussed. Second is hypema, 85% cases you get glaucoma. Then lens displacement, anterior displacement, which causing the pupillary block glaucoma. And also the pigmentation or in the angle is increased, maybe because of inflammation, and also the increased age. So what is the mechanism? Already a previous speaker have depicted it very nicely. So what happened in blunt trauma? There is a sudden anteroposterior axial compression, which causes equatorial expansion, and the aqueous is forced laterally, forcefully in the angle, and which causes shearing force or tearing force, and it separates the longitudinal and circular ciliary muscle. That is the weakest point. So the ciliary body, iris root, and the lens is displaced posteriorly. So there is an angle recession. Also, the hypema is caused because of the rupture of the anterior ciliary vessels. And also there is a damage of trabecular meshwork, which causes inflammation and subsequently scarring or hyaline membrane formation, which may lead to early or delayed IOP rise respectively. Now, already we have discussed how to examine a trauma patient. So slit lamp examination and gonioscopy is the hallmark of this examination. And gonioscopy is deferred for 1 month for the obvious reasons. So what you can see or you will see in gonioscopy, there is an irregular wide ciliary body band. You should note down the extent of that, so you can come out with the extent or the degree of angle recession. Whether there is a pigmentation hike, is there any hyaline membrane formation, is there any synechia, and also most important is asymmetric depth of the AC in different quadrants, in one eye as well as in both eyes. That you should note down. Then localized antechamber depth, already we have covered that, and whether there is a hypema. And Vossius ring, that is the pigmentation ring on the lens that suggests that the iris is touched the lens, and the associated damage like sphincter tear, which causes the traumatic mydriasis, iris injury, zonular dehiscence, phacodonesis, cataract, and posterior segment injuries like vitreous hemorrhage, retinal detachment, or breaks. All those findings should be noted down. How will you manage a case of angle recession glaucoma? It is very difficult to control as against other glaucomas. If there is a angle damage degree is more, the response to the treatment will be less. So it will be a resistant glaucoma in many cases. If it is an acute glaucoma after trauma, that may be because of inflammation, so you have to start topical steroids with cycloplegics. IOP may reduce many times because of the ciliary shock, and you can lower IOP with the anti-glaucoma medications also, like beta blocker, alpha agonist, and carbonic anhydrase inhibitors. You should avoid PGA, prostaglandin inhibitors, during inflammatory phase. Avoid miotics because it can increase paradoxically the IOP because of the less uvoscleral outflow. Cycloplegics play an important role during inflammation of the iris. If there is a failure of anti-glaucoma treatment, if there is a pupillary block glaucoma, then cycloplegics has a big role to play. Argon laser trabeculoplasty, it is found ineffective. ND-YAG laser trabeculopuncture, it gives variable response. Trabeculotomy with mitomycin antimetabolites gives maximal. If maximal anti-glaucoma medicine fails, then you should go for glaucoma surgery with antimetabolites. That is very important. Also, glaucoma drainage devices can be utilized along with antimetabolites. It will give excellent result. And cyclodestructive procedures are adopted if the vision is very less. So take-home message is gonioscopy, slit lamp examination, and periodical IOP checkup is very much important throughout life, because IOP can rise from 1 year to 50 years of age or any time in the life. And this type of glaucoma is very difficult to control as compared to other glaucomas. And counseling of patient is very important before noting down all the findings. Thank you very much. Now, sir, just 1 or 2 slides, I think, remaining.
Please go ahead.
So in blunt trauma, many times it is unilateral. So what are the differential diagnoses you should rule out? Is there any steroid use? Is there any IC syndrome, UGS syndrome, keratoco-cavernous fistula, or uveitic glaucoma, lens-induced glaucoma, pigmentary glaucoma, ghost cell glaucoma, and neovascular glaucoma? You should rule out all those things because the management changes. Immediate IOP rises because of inflammation, hypema, and pupillary block. And delayed IOP rises because of scarring and hyaline membrane formation. These are the pictures which depict the angle recession. Now the mechanism of how the blunt trauma causes angle recession, and then later on eventually to the glaucoma. Thank you very much.